When Catholics tell you bring Mary into your heart, be cautious. It may sound more like an invitation for evil spirits to enter.
Not true at all. How can you say something like that about Mary? I mean, she bore Jesus and will forever remain his mother. Eternally, she is still Jesus' mother. She is the one who brought Jesus into the world, into the brokenness of the manger, and therefore she can bring Jesus into your heart. And also you have the Holy Family. You can't forget about the Holy Family. Imagine the Holy Family, with Jesus at the center of the Holy Family, knocking at the door of your heart, just as Joseph, Mary, and Jesus enclosed within the sacred tabernacle of Mary's womb, the holy ground. Do you remember Exodus? Do you remember when Moses was really looking at the burning bush? And he was like, this is a very weird thing, because this bush is super burning. I mean, there is like fire caught on this bush, but the bush is not being consumed. And when he was like trying to investigate the bush, I need to investigate the bush, because the bush doesn't get consumed. Nothing happens to the bush, and it's a very weird sight, and I need to investigate it. So Moses, as he's approaching the bush to really find out what in the world was happening, then God spoke to Moses, and he said to him, remove the sandals, because you are stepping on holy ground. And we are talking about a bloody bush, but imagine Jesus Christ himself, and within his mother's womb. That's real holiness. Christ in the flesh, as a baby, inside of something beyond any tabernacle that was known until then, her mother's sacred womb. Now imagine the family then knocking at the door of the many inns that refuse to accommodate them, just like you are refusing to accommodate them, because Jesus loves his mother and his father, his adoptive father. He honors them. Do you remember that Jesus is the perfect human being? Who else than Jesus is going to honor, right? Honor your father and the mother. Who is going to fulfill the commandment perfectly? But Jesus Christ himself. So Jesus brings St. Joseph and his mother. What happens when you reject them because you are, oh no, Jesus, 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 even though Jesus didn't do anything alone? You want Jesus to be lonesome, lonely. And Jesus, he cares about family, he cares about relationships. What happens if you reject the Holy Family? You reject Mary bringing baby Jesus to you. If you refuse to let Jesus nurture and grow within the broken manger of your heart, what happens is that then Satan will come too. The adversary will knock, and he will present himself too attractive, too appealing for you not to welcome him. And of course, you will be risking destruction, for Satan is a liar and a murderer since the beginning. Satan doesn't even need to knock at your door. He will resort to break the door down, invading your house. What for? To create havoc. Because Satan is destruction and division. He will split everything, anything that is wholesome, because that's his nature. Whoa. The reason is your rejection of Jesus and his mother Mary. Let me ask you the following question. Didn't Jesus make this clear in his teachings? So, as the disciple that Jesus loved, that's St. John, and the disciple you are supposed to be, why don't you take your mother home?
When Jesus therefore saw his mother and the disciple whom he loved standing by, he said to his mother, "Woman, behold your son." Then he said to the disciple, "Behold your mother." And from that hour That disciple took her to his own home.